Hey, what's going on you guys? Matt here, and in today's video I'll be reacting to another scary stories video, and in this video it involves a pizza delivery guy delivering pizzas to a scary house. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go subscribe below, I greatly appreciate that, and give this video a thumbs up. So let's get started.
I was out doing a delivery one late night. It was probably the longest drive I have ever taken for a pizza delivery.
Pizza late at
From
night.
the pizza place I
Who's
worked
hungry?
at, it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live. Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so I figured it was a party and I would get a much bigger tip.
Ooh, a party.
Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying, though. I pulled up to the given address.
This little blue car with a red
It
stripe.
was some old, sketchy-looking
Flame
building,
stripe.
literally in the middle of a forest clearing. There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on.
Maybe they're having a ghost
I
party.
put my car in park and called my boss. I asked him to reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed it in right, but that checked out. I could tell he was in a really bitchy mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out. He
Like,
would
bruh,
rather
there ain't
get
nobody
mad
at this
if he
house.
took
I don't
back
know who's
one
there.
pie, but I was afraid of
Reason I'm
what
not
he
no
would do if
pizza
I
man.
brought back 4.
But you get paid
I
crappy.
was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway and forced myself to the front door of the building.
Be
There
careful,
was
bro.
no doorbell, so I just knocked really hard.
Hello, I got your pizza.
I heard nothing and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed, not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas. I knocked one more time out of desperation.
Hello, I got your pizza.
And then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building.
You in there? I got your pizza.
I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy.
Yo, the pizza man.
No
Come on and get your
silence
pizza, man.
I felt a bit more uncomfortable.
I ain't staying here all
now
day.
than
I'll eat your
before.
pizza if you don't get it.
But before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window.
Stop looking at me. Come get your pizza,
I
man.
couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed were their eyes.
Yeah, you looking
Their
hungry,
eyes were
man.
Open wider than I knew
I
possible.
got your pizza. You better not come eat me.
Staring intently at me.
You want something?
I was disturbed enough by this and dropped the pizza.
You take your pizza. I'm going home. I'm going home.
The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time.
Yeah, I used to have
I
crappy
drove
car
off
like
the
that.
grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right.
It did something to your
I
car,
didn't
man.
make it far from the building before I started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats.
Oh man, they
My tires had been
slashed
slashed
your tires.
and had completely fallen off the rim.
Man, you in a whole
Not just the
wrong
front,
turn
though.
world, man. They coming
All
to eat
4
you, man.
tires were slashed. I realized somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building. Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors.
You better lock your doors, cause they coming to get you,
I
man.
was so close to that building, I
They
could
coming to get
practically
him.
see it from where I was, if it weren't for the trees blocking the view. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator. She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible.
3 hillbillies
and that I
coming to
need
go
stay
eat your
hidden.
soul, man.
I asked her if it was advisable to stay in
Coming
the
to get
car
him.
or run.
They're like, oh, he's coming to get
And
you,
she
man.
told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked. She asked me to stay on the line with her until the cops arrived. My whole body was shaking.
Mine would be too.
In all directions, there was nothing but dark, seemingly endless forest. I knew it would take forever for the cops to get there. I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this. The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me. It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was the same person.
They coming for you, man.
The same person I saw at that
Coming
window.
to eat you, man.
Eyes open wider than ever.
Coming to get you, man.
I could see now that it was a woman. and I could ever so
that's one ugly woman,
see
man.
a smile begin to spread across her face.
She want to eat you. When she ever ate that
I
pizza, she
opened
want
my
to eat you
door
too.
and full-on sprinted into the
Run,
woods,
boy, run!
not caring how much noise I made. I ran until I was out of breath, which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground. I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hand, as I waited and waited for what felt like hours, until I finally heard sirens in the distance.
Police are
I
coming to
gathered
save
up
you, man.
all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road. Eventually, the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life. They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights. I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me. I fell to the floor and started to gag, almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability. One of the two cars drove over to the building, and the two officers began to search the building. They came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found.
They're out there
And that
somewhere.
still kills me to this day.
They're out there somewhere.
I obviously quit my job right after that and started working at a local grocery store. I know that
one day they
I'll
come to the
never
grocery
forget
store.
seeing that woman at the back of my car.
She peed around the corner. Well, there you go, guys. That is a scary story about a guy delivering pizzas to a creepy house. Well, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I ask you to subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up. Just know, no matter what job you do, you might have some creepy things. That's one reason I don't want to be a pizza delivery man. I had a friend who was a pizza delivery man. He said there was some weird stories and some weird people he encountered. And I'm just telling you, I don't want to be a pizza man because you don't know who weirdos you'd be delivering pizzas to. They might be wanting to eat more than your pizza. They might be wanting to eat you. You just never know. Well, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.